some recognizable brands. Or, well, we don't have KFC in Sweden, but I ate that at on an airport in the US once. That's the only time. I'm curious to know what the prices are, but now I'm in Takada no Baba, the school place. Just I've been playing some Pokemon Go, been studying some Japanese. I came here like an hour early. I guess, I don't know, why not. The subway was crazy, absolutely nuts. Well, one of the, like the one, so I stopped once or twice really, but I mean I changed the line once, and the bigger line was like super crowded. So basically like almost lying over the seats where people are, and they had trouble closing the doors. Yeah, I think that will be standard from now on, probably. So after I'm done with the school thing today, I'm heading straight back to Itabashi, and I'm gonna try to actually do stuff today. I saw on the map that apparently you can walk from the Itabashi city office, where I gotta go, to where I live. It takes like 50 minutes according to Google Maps, which doesn't seem that bad, but I'm thinking maybe I can like save some money doing that and look at some recycle shops at the same time. Let's see if I find any on the way. Should be. So this is my school, by the way. Like the Japanese national health insurance, which is pretty cool, I guess. Oh, I can't see anything. It's like I get like double vision of the on my phone. Anyway, so now I plan to head back to my place I'm staying, drop off my bag, get some food, and then I'm gonna call the recycle place. That's the next plan. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the bandana. I picked it up at Don Quixote for like 100 yen. Yeah, that was actually from a few days ago. I just recorded and I forgot to take out the black headphones that causes that noise. So I didn't go to the shop, the recycle shop. It seemed like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't really get it if it's only online or if you gotta contact the guy and then come to his place and get some stuff, or how it works. I tried 2 telephone numbers that can be found on the site, no answer. But I did fill in their contact form just saying that I'm looking for a CRT TV, so we'll see what comes out of that. And if you look at like street photos where the recycle shop is, you can't see an entrance or anything, so yeah, there might not be any point of going there. Google Maps says it will take like half an hour, and of course I gotta go back and forth. The TV they have on one image looks sweet though, but it might be old. Who knows if it's still there. I figured I would go shopping for a bit. So something that I didn't mention until now. So we had we got to know which class we're in today, and the class I got. So I want to break it down. Japanese has it's normally sorted by N5 being absolute beginner to N1 being the hardest. So there's 5 levels, and I was shooting for N3, even though like my kanji is kind of like a lot higher, but some of the grammar and some of the maybe hearing comprehension is a bit lower, maybe like N4. But the school has levels beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And it has 3 levels of those different types. So there's beginner 1, 2, 3, intermediate 1, 2, 3, and then there's advanced 1, 2, 3. And the class that I got was intermediate 1. And I don't know, I think I might have like landed exactly where I wanted to. Maybe. Let's see if I can like feel something decently interesting while doing this. Yeah, so it's quite possible. Intermediate 1, so maybe I landed like at the end of N4, somewhere there, because that's perfect if that's the case. But as stated earlier, or well, in a previous video, I think, I feel like the class doesn't really fit me, I can ask to like, well, go up to intermediate 2 or go down to beginner 3. What do I want? Oh yeah. Melon bread. I heard about this. Time to try some noodles again. Figured I'd try yakisoba this time over here. Yeah, this one. I'd like to talk a little bit about counters in stores when you, or register, I guess, when you're gonna pay. It's quite different from home. Like at home, but there's always a conveyor belt, and you place your items on the conveyor belt. It gets scanned, then you pay the sum, you get a receipt, and then you go to a place. Well, the cashier dude or dudette just like sends the items forth, and you go to like 1 meter and you pack your stuff. But that also means that if you have a ton of items, or you're like slow at packing, then there might be a little bit of a stop there, stop in the flow. But here it's like you bring your stuff in a basket, then they take the basket, take every individual item from the basket themselves. You don't have to put it out from the basket yourself. They take it up, scan each item, put it in a new basket, and then when they're done, this is something that's done everywhere. They take the what's it called? The change, Vexel. They take the change and they put it on top of the receipt, so that you can slide down your money into your wallet without getting dirty on the money. So I find that kind of cool. Also, something that impresses me a lot is that for every item they're scanning, they say, well, I guess they do have a monitor to look at. They say the amount each time, but also when you give them your, let's say it costs like 557 yen, and I give them 500. They say like how much you change you get back, without like putting it into a computer or anything. So regardless, they're pretty fast at counting. Something that was a little bit different this time was that after I was done at the register, I had to go to a computer, or whatchamacallit, like a self-service machine to pay for my stuff. That was the first time where I was just shopping, so I didn't see that before. I thought I had was that maybe, what if I got a bicycle and I would cut away one of the subway commutes by basically, well, taking the bicycle each day. I think doing both routes would be a bit overkill. So according to Google Maps, to my first station from here where I live is like an hour on foot, and then from the next station to my school is 1 hour and 50 minutes. No, it's the reverse. The one from to my first stop is the 1 hour one. So if I had a bicycle, well, I think that the Google Maps time, apparently it estimates a walking speed of like 4.5 kilometers or something. But if I had a bike, I could like go down to like a fifth or maybe a sixth of that time. So doing both routes might be, I don't know, I wonder how much, maybe like 50 minutes each route. But here's the thing, like, there's no snow here or anything like that, so there's nothing that could really like prevent me from taking the bike. There's no like, it doesn't get cold enough to where the roads are dangerous or anything. But I think I have to like go on the highway, because the walkways are kind of busy, because you know it's Tokyo. That was just an idea I had. I would cut down on, like, I would save so much if I would just remove one subway trip each day. It's crazy how much I would save. But yeah. Oh, another thing is, this is probably true at home as well. I don't know how hard it's enforced here, but you can't actually like use the bicycle while you're listening to music at the same time. But then again, how much danger am I putting myself in by doing that? As long as I pay attention, I wonder. Because it makes, if I don't do that, it makes for a really, really boring bicycle ride. Until, well, at least when I've seen everything like 10 times. Yeah. Another thing about the subway is I sent in an application for a commuter pass issued by the school, so they can reduce the price of one of the, actually the more expensive one they can reduce. Usually it's like the more expensive one is like 220 yen, and I think the cheaper ride is like 160. Yeah. Oh yeah, since I have afternoon class, I guess I won't have to deal with the busy, well, if my class ends around 4, maybe this subway will be just as packed as it was this morning. Maybe, probably actually. But it was, yeah. By the way, the afternoon class is for the lower class students. But I wonder where the breakthrough is. Like, do you go to morning class at like intermediate 2 or intermediate 3, or isn't it until advanced? Yeah, I don't know. So it's like, maybe if I could possibly like move up a step if I feel like it's too easy or whatever. I wonder if that means I'll have morning class. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about for a bit. I'm just catching up on some GDQ. Anyway, The melon bread was awesome. There's like from green paste in the middle too. Yeah, it's cool. So what I wanted to talk about was streaming. I'm really itching to get back to that, which is why I started hunting for a CRT. But it's like both the Wi-Fi here is kind of like sometimes you can barely watch like a YouTube video at 720p. Like it has to load for quite a while before you can do that. So the quality has to be reduced by quite a lot, and then there's the whole sound issue. I kind of want to aim at like prime Euro time. So I mean, if I stream at now it's like 9 p.m. If I stream around this time, it's pretty good time at home. But like for the US, it's never a good time. If I were to be able to stream during the like the what's it called, the afternoon, those who have a really like screwed up sleeping schedule from the US could at least watch that. But I guess that's how it is no matter where I'm streaming from. I hope sorry about that. I hope streaming from here brings an influx of more like Japanese viewers. But if I could choose, it would be nice if the time would be decent for both Europe and the US, but that's not going to be possible. And since I have classes afternoon, I can't possibly stream that time. It has to be like late, and like late, like midnight is pretty good time for Europe, but that's midnight. I can't make noise then. So it's kind of a dilemma, but I'll figure it out. Thought that maybe this could be interesting. This is a map of the like main subway line. Here's like the very central Tokyo. I do want to go back there eventually, like to see all the massive buildings and neon lights and whatnot. But this is the whole thing as a whole. It does stretch outside of this paper, but the lines get a lot smaller. Or I mean, like, this is as far as the main lines go, I guess. So you can see maybe there's some markings here, because I got this when I asked for help when I first arrived. But I live up here, Shimura Sanshome, and then my first line is taking it down through all the stations to Sugamo right here. Then I take this white and gray dotted line. That's the smaller and cheaper line. I take that through Ikebukuro, going more down here to Takadanobaba, where my school is. So that's the commute that I will do every day. And yeah, it like there's more cost because I always get off here at Sugamo. And I just looked it up. Apparently going from bike from here down here is like on Google Maps it says that it's like 1 hour and 45 minutes on foot. And if you walk like, I don't know, like 5 kilometers an hour, and then let's say you bike like, I don't know, 30, or maybe that's going maybe a little too fast, but even if you were to go like 25, it still cuts down the time so freaking much. It's almost like if there were no like no red lights or anything like that, it's almost like I could do this by bike even faster than taking the subway, because this ride is like 20 minutes and then maybe this one is like 15, and I guess walking in between the different lines at Sugamo is maybe like
I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, or like, yeah, I guess so, give or take, when you gotta wait for the train to arrive. Uh, but yeah, I'm really like, I think I'm actually gonna start looking for a bike soon. Because if I can do this, I'm gonna save so freaking much. Uh, and even if it takes 40 minutes going one way, it's fine, really. Kind of weird if I have to take a shower when I arrive, but if I just like, if I ride in a not that hurry of a pace, then I guess it's fine. Right, I think I'm about to wrap it up. Uh, I'm kind of tired, but at least I don't have to like hurry myself into bed now. Because I still kind of want to wake up in the morning. Because you never know if the school suddenly wants you to show up at the time. But I can wake up at like 8 or 9. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I figured the word to teach is going to be ryuugaku, which means study abroad. Since my class begins tomorrow, I think that's pretty fitting. Yeah, so ryuugaku. It's a pretty cool word. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't have much to add. Thanks for watching.